Hello, my name is Mark Salyers. I started this channel here on YouTube specifically to help those of you out there that are struggling with depression and anxiety. Especially the anxiety that debilitates you, the anxiety that interferes with your daily life, panic attacks, those who are struggling with limitations. And I have a wealth of information that I think that would be very, very helpful to anyone that has been down this road. I am a mental health counselor, and I'm also certified in hypnosis. After struggling for years with anxiety myself, panic attacks, the depression that goes along with it, I decided to go back to school, not only to use my experience, but also to gain the education and so forth that I need to be the best benefit I could to those who are struggling like I have. I do not look at counseling as a job. I really look at it as a gift, as a mission that I have for my own life to help those who are hurting. I know what it feels like to be housebound. I know what it feels like to be terrified at the thought of having to walk in Walmart and go past where I could see the door. I know what it feels like to walk into an amusement park where there are thousands of people and feel like everything's closing in on me and I couldn't breathe. I know what it's like to get out on an open highway where there's no way I can turn around, and that feeling of being trapped and that feeling as though I'm just going to panic, I'm going to freak out, I'm going to die, or I'm going to go crazy. I know what it's like to be laying in bed at night and have thoughts racing around in my head so quickly it's like, slow down world and let me off. I know what those things feel like. And because of that, I have been to, early on in my experience with anxiety, I went to doctors, medical doctors. I have been to therapists. I have got a wealth of self-help books in my library. And they all have had some benefit to them. They were beneficial. But the problem is they could have been more beneficial. That is why I'm here today. That is why I'm bringing this channel here today, because I believe that I have truly figured out where some people have fallen short of their goals. And it can be some simple fixes that you can make, and I'm here to help you with those things. I believe that since I have been there, I have had people come to me for counseling over the years, over the last 12 years, that would look at me and say things like, well, Mark, you don't understand. Well, Mark, you don't know how it feels. It's at that point that I let them know, yes, I do know how it feels. Yes, I do know what it's like to feel trapped. I do know what it's like to feel scared and frightened and all alone. I know exactly what that feels like. I know what it feels like to have my heart beating to where it's thumping out of my chest. I know what it's like to have those thoughts racing through my head that I don't want there, that just keep going on and on and on, that keep me awake at night, tossing and turning as the clock rolls by, leaving me feeling mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, and even spiritually exhausted, wondering if I would ever be able to find help. The first part of the series that I'm going to be doing with this, I'm going to be talking about the reasons why people may not be receiving the amount of benefit that they could from mental health therapy, from medication, and from self-help. And I believe these are very simple things that people can look into, and when you see this, you may actually see yourself. And I also want to show you how you can get there. I want to show you how you can overcome these obstacles, and I'm going to give you some links to where you can get in touch with me. I will be more than happy to do some coaching with you. It's very, very reasonable. Like I said, I don't look at this like I'm into it for a job. I'm looking at it as I'm in for it for a calling. I believe that God gave me this ability and allowed me to go through these things so that I could help other people.